people pushed back on it in a visceral way. So the practical value wasn't obvious enough for average users to forgive the disruption. So if an AI feature doesn't quickly and clearly save time without extra checking, people label it as noise, the benefit versus hassle calculation, and the adoption stalled. So not only did people push back on this, but they pushed back hard. There's a whole culture of folks that are here on YouTube and, out there, I'm sure on Reddit and other areas that are just very mad about this. And the fact of the matter is that they didn't ask for it, they didn't want it, and they may have had to use Windows, which is going to be part of their job. In other words, they're given a laptop and they're not saying, here's your laptop from your employer and it's going to have, Linux on it. It's going to have typically Windows on it, and they're going to control it and they're going to give you the tool sets. And suddenly this stuff felt very forced. And so people pushed back on it in a visceral way. For some reason, operating systems, productivity tools are kind of optional. I can use different word processors and different presentation, systems if I have to, but operating systems are typically going to be systemic to everything you use. And people felt that it's almost a sacred thing, a violation of ethics if they're pushing stuff at you didn't ask for. And Microsoft has a whole history of doing that. And this is no different here. And so what was interesting to me was not that someone pushed back on it, but the number of people who pushed back and the force that they pushed back, because these guys were mad. And I'm sure many of you who are watching this video, were part of that little mini culture that's still going on today. And looking at the complaints and looking at the reasons behind it, probably for good reason, because there's distrust. They felt gypped. They're having to pay for extra things, upgrading their, laptops. Those are things are, $1,000 to $2,000 these days. And then feeling surveilled. So that's not a good relationship to have with your users.